The Church of England has recently clarified its guidelines regarding the elements used in Holy Communion. This is emphasizing adherence to traditional materials. According to church canon law, the bread must be made from wheat flour and the wine must be fermented grape juice of grapes. The clarification has led to discussions about the inclusivity of sacrament, especially with people who have actual dietary restrictions that cause them serious issue. Let's start with the bread. The church mandates that the bread must be made for Holy Communion by wheat flour. The low gluten wafers can be permitted in some cases, but using completely gluten free alternatives made from non wheat flours, such as rice or potato flour, are not authorized. The decision is based on the theological significance attributed to the wheat bread in the sacrament. Now, the wine. The wine must be a fermented juice of grapes. Non alcoholic substitutes are not permitted, as the process of fermentation is considered essential to the nature of sacramental wine. However, wines with minimal alcoholic content resulting from halted fermentation may be acceptable in these cases. Reverend Canon Alice Kemp highlighted that these guidelines might exclude individuals who cannot consume gluten or alcohol due to health reasons. She noted that such individuals are often limited to receiving only one element of sacrament or may feel entirely excluded from the process. The church actually responded to this new update or clarification. The Bishop of Litchfield, Michael Ipgrade, he's the chair of the church's liturgical commission, responded about receiving communion in one kind, either bread or wine. It's still considered full participation in the sacrament, especially in cases of necessity. He emphasized that even those who cannot physically partake are assured of being partakers by faith in the body of the blood of Christ. Basically saying that the sacraments of communion is it's a symbol. It's still a symbol, even if you cannot partake in the symbolism of to ingesting the wine and the bread. Media reports suggest that a ban on gluten-free wafers and non-alcoholic wine was going to be the big deal from the Church of England. Statement was coming down there, and it's essentially come to pass. Many churches offer the options that are considered non-alcoholic gluten-free, and this is something universal across all churches. My church does gluten-free option for juice and the wafers themselves, and if you actually get one by accident, they taste pretty disgusting. But you still get the chance to participate in the actual action of communion, which is the point for many places. Church of England saying it doesn't count. Although in spirit, you can, you can do it in spirit, I guess, but you can't really go through the process of taking a wafer, taking the bread, and taking the wine if the bread and wine don't actually fit along the theological traditions of the bread. You may want to argue this one, or you may not. You may think this is one that doesn't matter. You may think this is one that really is sort of a lesser of many evils going forward. We want you to take your take. We want to take your takes on this, however. So let us know what you think about the sacraments and the rules of sacraments based on the Church of England saying it must be wheat bread, it must be alcoholic wine, even if it's lower alcoholic wine. It has to be what it has to be. What do you think?